Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well on this beautiful Sunday morning. I wanted to start doing tutorials for makeup. I've been meaning to do this forever, but I guess God knows everything. So, I know there's a bunch of people that do makeup and they're experts and they're young and hip and what have you. My intake was trying to do something for someone our age. As everybody knows, or most people know, I'm 46, going to be 47 this year, Lord willing. And I wanted to show you what I use on a day-to-day basis for my natural, no makeup look. I'm currently taking classes to become a makeup artist. I've been doing makeup for as long as I can remember. I started doing quinceañeras and weddings, and for some reason, the person that was supposed to be there to do the makeup wasn't there or wasn't on time, and I just did what I always do, which is go into gear and start doing makeup myself. So I learned how to love to do makeup, and so I'm going to start doing that now. I'm also going to give you guys some tips of what I use and things that typically other people would use, but I can't use for some reason because every skin is different. So you have to be conscious of that. Like something might work for somebody else, but it really doesn't work for me, especially because of my age or my skin. I have very sensitive skin, so I really can't use everything under the sun. One thing I'm going to start off with is concealer. I have every concealer under the sun that you can think of, and none of them work for me. I have very, very fine little lines under my eyes that you probably can't see, but they're there, believe me. And so what would happen when I put on the regular concealer is I can see all my lines, and I'm not here for that. So nobody's here for that. So I'm going to teach you what I use and a technique that I saw on YouTube because I've learned a lot through the years just watching other people do their stuff. Again, this is what I use. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. I'm just giving you my tips, which I would probably never give to anybody other than my children. But I'm going to give you what I use and what's helped me basically get me shushed up, if you will. Another tip that I have, this little thing here that costs an arm and a leg for some reason, I'm going to give you a beautiful tip and you're going to love me for this one. This thing, I was going through them like water, seriously. And then I figured it out because I would put this in water. I would put it with dishwashing soap. I tried everything to clean this out and it did not work at all. So I would just throw them away. Now I found the tip. You take a regular soap. The rougher the better. So if you like Ivory or you like, I would not suggest Dove for this or the ones that have cream-based soaps, just like regular Irish Spring or one of those. You brush this against the soap and then you put it through water and it comes out brand new. Don't tell anybody I told you. But that's what I do. So this important that you clean it every day because this holds bacteria. So you want to make sure that your skin, especially because I have very, very sensitive skin, I want to make sure that I clean this before I use it every single day. So when people use this and it's all, you're like, no, I don't want you to, can you clean that or give me a new one before you use that on my face? Make sure of that. So let's start off with skin treatment. One thing that I learned also is, I'm taking classes for this, so I can see that they're like, you have to put on this first and then that. There's a lot of putting on. A lot of moisturizers, a lot of sunscreen, a lot of what have you. I cannot use all of that on my skin. I just can't because I have sensitive skin. Number one. And number two, it almost feels like my face is like, what are you doing to me? I don't want all this. So by the time I'm on my third whatever cream it is, my face starts like drooping and everything is like falling off. So since we don't want that, I saw actually Alicia Keys. I saw my favorite girl, Alicia Keys, was using something for her night. Like she has very delicate skin too, and she has a lot of blemishes, which I didn't even know about until she showed us. So she uses a spray. Everything I use basically is either in a spray or some type of ointment, and I will show you what I use that helps me out. But again, everybody can do their own thing. My first thing that I use when I start is this. Good morning, Nisha. So this little spray, I just spray all over. Regrettably, I have barely any left. And I just spray that. This is actually for moisturizing, and it actually says it. So it's chamomile white tea facial mist, and it's basically so your face can withhold moisture. So this has become my new moisturizer. I do not use creams on my face, very rarely. I even use mist at night, and I use oils at night. I just can't use creams. They either irritate me or what have you, but I'm not using them. It just doesn't work on my face. And again, I'm going to say this again and again throughout this is what works for me. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. So I also have this Advanced Clinics. And so it's just yet another type of moisturizer, and I just blast that all over my face. I'm not too fond about the smell because it's very rosy smelling, and I have a thing with like too strong odors, but I still do it because it does leave my face looking refreshed, if you will. It serves almost as a toner. So I just go ahead and spray that all over my face. Ooh, that smells like roses for real. I smell like a damn garden right now. Anyway, you just let that set in for a second, or at least I do. This is what I do. And you can already see how my face is already looking like plumpier and what have you. So that's what I do. Then I found this, and I think I saw it with Alicia Keys too. She uses a lot of I kind of like Advanced Clinic. Their products are really, really good, and for some reason they do not irritate me at all, which is super, super cool because again, I have very sensitive skin. This is a lifting body oil. Believe it or not, it's supposedly for the body, but this thing is like my miracle worker on my skin. I have sensitive skin, but I also do have dry skin. So this is what I use before my makeup, believe it or not. So I just take a little pump of that, rub it on my hands, and then I just press it on my face as such. Boom, boom, boom. And then I kind of penetrate that in my skin and on my neck. Do not neglect your neck. People neglect their necks all the time. I mean, some people don't believe my age, but if you look at my neck, you will see that I do have wrinkles already coming up. But it is what it is. I'm going to age gracefully. So as you can see, I'm just gonna let that penetrate in my skin.